About a year ago, I made a video on what was one of the best mid-range devices you could get at that time, the Samsung Galaxy A51. And with the recent release of Samsung's next generation of A-series phones, with the A32, A52, and A72 being at the forefront of the campaign, where does that leave those who either own or are considering getting the Galaxy A51? Hey there tech heads, welcome back to another video, and if this is your first time here, welcome to TechPhD, where we talk about everything tech for everyone. And in today's video, we're going to be revisiting the Samsung Galaxy A51 in 2021, and we're going to see how well it holds up. If you haven't seen my initial review of the A51, make sure you check it out via the iCard above. And with that said, let's get straight into today's video. Ever since the A51 was released, I found myself recommending it more and more to those around me who were looking to get a device with good cameras, good battery life, easy to use software, and a price tag that would not break the bank. The Galaxy A51 delivers in these aspects and then some, as Samsung actually did build this device to satisfy the needs of the average consumer. Starting off with what you spend the most time looking at, the display. This is arguably the aspect of the device which holds up the best over time, boasting a resolution of 2400 by 1080 with an impressive size of 6.5 inches and amazing color reproduction due to the Super AMOLED technology. You'd be remiss to call this display anything but impressive. It still outshines most of the smartphones around its price range even in 2021, and the only thing missing is a higher refresh rate. While the content consumption experience is elevated due to that excellent display, it is somewhat let down by the lack of stereo speakers. The A51 has a single bottom firing speaker, which you could cover using your finger, but if you do not accidentally cover the speaker, you still get crisp and clear audio from this device, so it is not that much of a detriment. One concern people might have with all that content consumption on such a bright and high resolution display is battery life. Well, the Galaxy A51 comes packing a 4000 mAh battery, which should be enough to take you to the end of the day with moderate use. And if you do need to top up the battery before bedtime, then you've got support for up to 15 watts of fast charging. The device is made with plastic all around though, so there is no support for wireless or reverse wireless charging. That notwithstanding, the plastic build makes the device a lot more resistant to damage when dropped or used without a case. If you've been enjoying the video this far, then a subscription to the channel will be out of this world. But when it comes to the A51, one thing which isn't out of this world is the cameras. Now, don't get me wrong, the A51 has a very capable camera system consisting of a 48 megapixel main sensor, 12 megapixel ultra-wide sensor, 5 megapixel depth sensor, and 5 megapixel macro lens. The depth sensor isn't anything to write home about. It does help a bit in taking portrait mode photos, but it is not a necessity. The macro lens does produce some decent images though, and while it is also not a necessity, I'd say it is far from useless. The ultra-wide lens produces nice images with minimal distortion, but they are not the sharpest due to that 12 megapixel resolution. Moving on to the main lens, you get pretty sharp, vibrant, and contrasty photos here, courtesy of the 48 megapixels and Samsung's image processing. You've got to hold the phone pretty still in order to get the best results though, otherwise you risk ending up with blurry images. When it comes to videos, the A51 can record at a maximum of 4K at 30 frames per second. It can also record at 1080p at 30 or 120 frames per second, and while it's got no optical image stabilization, it does have electronic image stabilization to help keep the footage smooth. Overall, I think the camera is pretty solid, especially for a device of this price, but it's still beat by the Pixel 3a, iPhone SE 2, or even Pixel 4a. Now, I'm not sure about anyone else, but personally, I tend to spend a lot of time swiping through apps and playing games on my smartphone. And when it comes to the A51, I found nothing to complain about with this aspect. While it comes with a mid-range chipset in the form of the Exynos 9611, day-to-day activities and even gaming have been very enjoyable. You can play games like Call of Duty Mobile or PUBG on this device on medium settings without experiencing any lags or stutters, or on slightly higher settings, but you might experience the occasional frame drop or skip here and there. Just doing day-to-day activities like texting or going through social media, however, shouldn't give you a problem in the slightest, and if you do start to experience some lags or slowing down of your device, then that might be a sign that you need to free up some storage on the phone. Another aspect of the device which impressed me quite a bit is the UI. And while One UI isn't the favorite Android skin of a lot of people, it packs a lot of useful features such as dark mode, navigation gestures, and can even be further customized via the use of Good Lock. You can check out the video I made regarding Good Lock in the iCard above. The phone came rocking Android 9 Pie when it was released in December 2019, but has now gotten the update to Android 11, which is amazing because the old Samsung only updated their flagships for 2 years and their mid-rangers for 1 year, if at all. The Samsung Galaxy A51 is also rumored to be getting the Android 12 update, so you don't have to worry about being left behind if you decide to pull the trigger on getting this device right now. It also enjoys the awesome Android 11 features such as a new redesigned UI, better camera improvements, and tons of other changes, which my friend Izzy from the channel Izzy Boye went into in his video, so you can make sure to check that out via the iCard above as well. Now, there are some aspects of the A51 which are still a little bit annoying from time to time, such as the optical fingerprint sensor, which hasn't gotten faster over time and still takes quite a hard press in order for you to unlock your phone. The facial recognition through the single selfie camera on the front isn't that much better, but it's still a little bit more reliable than the fingerprint sensor. Either way, biometrics on this device are not 100%, and you might have to use your PIN code or pattern to unlock your phone from time to time. So, to answer the question, is the Samsung Galaxy A51 still hanging on in 2021? Well, I'd say it's still hanging on, and it's even putting up quite a good fight because it's still got that awesome display, it's got great battery, good camera performance, and good performance in general. If a high refresh rate display is not your priority, or your budget is not flexible enough to get the A52 or Pixel 4a or another mid-range device at a higher price, then the A51 is even a better buy to get, as the price has been significantly reduced right now. So let me know your thoughts on the Galaxy A51 in the comment section right below the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already, and turn on post notifications. And with that said, you stay cool, stay safe, wear your mask as always, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.